Thank you very much for this question. It's a very important question. What are the 5 things you should do if the diagnosis comes along? Number 1 is relax. Number 1 is to realize that if you have even a small little lump, a 1 gram lump, it has been there at least 8 years. So there's nothing urgent. The only time that it's urgent is if you're having a vital function compromise, like you can't breathe, you can't eat, you can't go to the toilet, something like that, or it's extremely painful or anything like that. Then you need to do something, you need to be concerned. However, other than that, you need to relax and understand it's a process that's been going on, and don't be afraid, number 1. You need to realize also that cancer is not a death sentence. It's just merely a tap on the shoulder that you need to make a change in your life. That's it. Okay, it's nothing more than that. Okay, there's a lot of hype around it, and it's been around for decades, many decades. Step number 2 is to connect with friends or family or loved ones of any kind who will support you in your search, in your new journey in life. Okay, make sure that these people are not against what you're going to do and that they'll support you. And if you have no one in your life that would support you, everyone is going to be against you, then it's better to do this alone, because there are millions of people out there who are going through what you're going through, and we can get you connected to those people. Okay, so that's this next thing you need to do. The third thing you need to do is to go outside, reconnect with nature. If you're near a beach, go to the beach. If you're near a forest, go to the forest. If you're not near any of those kinds of things, a park, then just go into your backyard and just take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground, and you need to take some deep breaths. Now what I want you to do is I want you to sit down or stand up and take these deep breaths to breathe deeply and slowly, and listen very carefully. Listen to your breath. Don't listen to your thoughts. Let them go. Just listen to your thoughts. Take this moment to be reconnected with nature and to be alone with your own being. Okay, now if you don't have the opportunity of a yard, or you have nothing like that, just go somewhere quiet where you can do this with the lights off and it's dark and it's cool and it's quiet. Okay, and just for 5 minutes. That's all you need. It's just for 5 minutes. Okay, now finally, the last thing that I would absolutely recommend, the fourth part is very, very important, and that is to consider that it is now time to make some very important changes in your life so that your body can stop making cancer. Because remember, it's making cancer because it's adapting to a situation that's unfavorable. So it's not like something got into you that you have to get rid of it. So this is a very important part of it, and that is to figure out and consider and realize that it's time to make these changes. And then you've got to find out, how can you do that? Okay, and realize that by making these changes, your body will no longer do this dance. Remember, the body is only doing what's necessary, so just make it unnecessary for it to do this particular dance called cancer. Okay, that's what we need to do. I want to take away the mystery of this whole thing. Okay, so take away the mystery and realize that it's in your hands. You can do it. Okay, now in order to do that, that would be what I would recommend as step 5, and it's exactly why I've started this whole new program. The program is to begin with a consultation with me where I'll go over your details, your lab reports, your x-rays, your CAT scans, PET scans, all of that, and the whole history of it, so that I can give specific advice in your situation. After the consultation, once you understand what we've discussed and you're ready to make a move, I have a video series where I've worked with some colleagues. So the video series is about 21 hours of teaching and demonstrating the different aspects in your life that need to be changed. It includes lectures by me on very important subjects: sleep, stress, diet, things like that. I have 3 people who I work with very closely. Okay, one is a psychologist who became a monk, who was a disciple of the Dalai Lama and still is, now married, left the monkhood, but he is an expert at helping people gain control of the fear, gain control of their feelings of being overwhelmed, and gain control of it and calm it down so that you can proceed without madness. Okay, and one of the most important reasons why this is necessary is because the immune system is actually a slave to the mind. So when we're in fear, anger, envy, any of those things, our immune system is directly suppressed. Gamma interferon, natural killer cells, T cells are all inactive. And the opposite happens with joy, with love, with holding and hugging someone, with feeling secure. Your natural killer cells, your gamma interferon, all these things are increased. Okay? So if you don't take care of this, no matter what you do, it won't be successful in the long run. And then it's important to remember that most of us have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that means we're supposed to be moving. And if we lived the natural life, we would be moving all day long, bending and stretching and picking things up, and that's how our lives would be. And we wouldn't have to dedicate like 1 hour to really exercise really hard and then sit around for 6 hours. That's not natural. Neither of those are natural. So we learn how to move all day long and keep your body healthy like it would be if we were living in a natural world, in a natural life. Okay, now the final part is where we have our chef teach all the different aspects of preparing healthy food. And that's perhaps one of the most important parts. It may even be more important than the healthy food, but don't believe that. The food, the quality must be perfect. However, if the food doesn't taste good, you just won't continue to eat it. That's human nature. So it has to taste good. And so that's what this program is all about. Teaching you how to ferment, teaching you how to dehydrate, teaching you how to make incredible dishes so that you love it. Okay, and when you love it, remember what happens to your immune system, it goes way up, all right? Not only you're nourishing your body, your other cells, but you're nourishing the immune system. So anyway, this is the whole program. And now, if you already have a naturopath or you have a doctor that you trust and love and they know what they're doing in this regard, then you don't have to make all of this stuff available to you. I'm only presenting the consultation and the video series for those of you who don't have that in your lives. But if you do have a doctor and you do have a naturopath or a doctor that you trust and you can work with, I would even be happy to help consult in that arena as well. But usually naturopaths are pretty clever, and medical doctors who have seen the light are also very clever. Okay? So it's not just here. What I'm saying is now is the time for you to take the journey that cancer is calling you to do. Okay? And if you do it, 5 years from now, you'll be saying, fantastic. That was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Okay?